Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the Ingram in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for October 31st, 2025. It's Halloween. Pretty solid new arrival week. Actually, I haven't even looked at any of these records yet, but there's a lot of them. We've got over a bin full of records, so there's going to be a ton of stuff to show you, and I don't even think any of these are restocks. I think these are just all straight new arrivals. October is always a busy month. Rhino does the Rocktober series, so that always puts a huge quantity of records like focused in on that month. And there's a lot of great stuff. So I will show you guys that in a minute. But yeah, I'm dragging a little bit. I had a toilet in my house go out, so I didn't have a working toilet in the upstairs, my bedroom. And I'm getting old, I gotta go to the bathroom like 2-3 times now in the middle of the night. So the only time the plumber could come was at like 5 o'clock this morning. So just threw my whole schedule off. I'm dragging. And then when the plumber got there, it's a weird plumber. So he walks in, he sees all the records, he goes, wow, you got a lot of records. I'm like, yeah, okay, here's the toilet. Toilet's up here. And he goes, oh, these are great. And then he's like, gets to the toilet and he's like, oh yeah, let's get this taken care of. And then he looks at me like really dead serious and he goes, you have a record with a world on it by chance? Like a globe? I'm like, do I have a record with a globe? And keep in mind, it's like 5:05 in the morning now, and I probably went to bed at 1 in the morning, maybe 1:32. I look at him and I go, no. He goes, if you did, you would have a world record. And I just said to myself, oh my God. Fix my toilet so I can go back to bed. So, needless to say, I'm tired. Okay. I'm going to cancel this evening's whatnot. So I'm actually focused in on Den Bosch. I'm going to the Den Bosch record fair in a couple of weeks. So I will be in the Netherlands. I'm going to set up. I'm going to be a dealer. I'm going to do a standalone video on that and talk about it, show some of the stuff I'm going to bring. But yeah, so no whatnot this Thursday, 5 o'clock Arizona time, because I'm prepping for Den Bosch. So yeah. Also, I'm going to tell you about some pre-orders, but I tried something new this week. So I'm getting just the amount of good quality titles coming out now are off the chain. And ordering and anticipating ordering is so difficult. So, you try to guesstimate the best you can, but I figured I'm going to try something new. Not all pre-orders, but for a lot of pre-orders, I've started offering them at a discount price. And that, I think, is going to help me gauge demand a little bit better. So if you go on the website, you'll notice a lot of the pre-orders that were announced this week, I have them on sale. That sale price will go away when the item comes out. So if you want it at a discount, pre-order it. Kind of helps me because I have a better idea of what to order, and it'll help you guys because it'll save you money. So yeah, that's something new this week. Let's start with the big pre-order news. I did a standalone video on this earlier in this week. There is a new label that I'm going to carry. It is called Backcountry Jazz. It is an all-analog, direct-to-track label. So audiophile label, very similar to what Kevin Gray's doing at Coherent Records. The only difference really is Kevin's using an all-tube, all-valve system, cutting, mastering, microphone, just all valves. Very, very 1950s, 1960s, although there's some modern pieces in there, but it's an all-valve chain. This is going to be an all direct-to-two-track, so very similar in the sense that it's still recorded in the same old style as the original like Blue Notes of the 50s and early 60s, that Rudy Van Gelder style, that jazz style from the golden era of jazz, direct-to-two-track. One take, go. Not a lot of edits, virtually no edits, one shot. If you suck it up, do it again. There's no Pro Tools to make it easy. So the whole label is that. So the first title on the label is Benny Wallace's French Postcard. That's the name of the album. Phenomenal record. Anthony Wilson's on guitar. The lineup is killer. The tunes are killer. Benny's way of playing is so unique and so different than anybody else. I was listening to it a little bit more last night, and it's kind of, I'm not a huge avant-garde jazz fan, but I do like a lot of avant-garde, like funky stuff. And the reason being is because it's easy to follow. It's not just, some avant-garde stuff is out there. It's a guy playing a trash can and another guy playing, a didgeridoo, and they're both playing two separate tunes, and they're so far out there. My mind just doesn't hone in on it. Doesn't work for me. But some of the funkier, the more the tuneful stuff, I get behind. This is not even avant-garde, but he plays in a way and in a style that's almost avant-garde without being avant-garde. It's hard to explain. The record's phenomenal. You guys are going to love it. It comes out November 14th. French Postcard. It's on the website. Benny Wallace. He's had records on Blue Note. He had a record on Blue Note that had Stevie Ray Vaughan on it. Was it Twine Time? It's kind of it's a jazz record, but it's a very bluesy jazz record. And I mean, it's just classic Stevie Ray Vaughan, like shredding on it. I mean, a great record. He had some stuff on Audio Quest, Joe Harley's label. Joe Harley's producing this record as well. But check out some of his back catalog as well. Check out that Blue Note title. You'll get this record is nothing like this. This is kind of a straight ahead jazz record, but he's very versatile. The stuff he's done in the past is fantastic. Anthony Wilson's just killing it on guitar on this record. It's a great record. It comes out in a couple of weeks. I can't recommend it more highly. Okay, also, Analog Productions has announced they're doing a series of 25 RCA Living Stereo titles on 45 RPM. Some of my favorite demo discs have been the Analog Productions 45 RPM RCA Living Stereo titles. I mean, they're awesome. So they're doing a full run of 25 of these things. I think most of them are going to use original parts from classic records. It looks like Matt Luthans is cutting a few titles. But for the most part, I think these are going to be Bernie Grundman RCA Living Stereo parts from 20 years ago. You know, they're using the classic records parts. Cat Stevens has a new album coming out, Tell 'Em I'm Gone, coming out December 5th, 2025. The Doors, this is a Blu-ray 5.1 surround sound and Dolby Atmos box set. It also includes high-res 2-channel audio. Comes out December 5th. It's the whole catalog, Jim Morrison catalog, 6 albums. It's like $80. It's reasonable. Also, let me see. Depeche Mode, live in New York City. This is a 4 LP set. 4 LP set, $65, coming out December 5th. That's crazy. A little over 50, 16 bucks, 16 and a quarter a disc. I mean, that's reasonable, especially for 2025. That would have been reasonable 5 years ago. But yeah, that is this week's new pre-orders with discounted pricing. Okay, let me show you guys some of the massive quantity of stuff that I have available for this week. All the stuff can be purchased online at the website at theingroove.com. Let's start with Mobile Fidelity. We've got the ELP, comes out on vinyl, comes out on SACD. This is just the standard SACD, number 1336. On SACD, I've got the vinyl here, I'll show you in a minute. The Who. Who Are You? This is the deluxe edition 4LP box set, half-speed mastered. Featured Who Are You? Features Who Are You? Plus a 3LP live set from the 1979 tour. 28-page book with rare photos, 180-gram black vinyl. I'm really looking forward to listening to the concert. This concert, let's see. Recorded at the Silverdome in Detroit. Looks like it's recorded in PA as well. November, December 1979. The Who Live's perfect. I listened to this earlier and record's awesome. I actually hadn't heard it until today. I knew it was coming out. I never placed the order with Rhino originally when it came out. This is the Rhino Hi-Fi of ZZ Top's Eliminator. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Killer title. It was cranked. We were really, we were blowing the socks off. It's such a great album. It's got 4 smash hits on this record. I mean, half of the ZZ Top greatest hits catalog is this record. Great record, classic, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray, tip on jack. You can't go wrong with the Rhino Hi-Fis. But they did 5 Rhino Hi-Fis. They did 10 total. They did 2 separate box sets, and then they did the individual titles. These are the individual titles for the second half of the catalog. Druggello, again, they're all analog, cut from master tape by Kevin Gray. El Loco, Afterburner, and Recycler. Radiohead, this is Hail to the Thief, live recordings from 2003 to 2009. I've got it in 2 different versions. This is the indie vinyl exclusive, indie record store exclusive on red vinyl. Cool foil cover. And then I also have it on standard black vinyl with the same cool foil cover. To go with the SACD from Mobile Fidelity, we've got the Emerson, Lake and Palmer self-titled album. What's cool about this, you ask? It's just a regular album. It's a 33 RPM. It's not a gatefold. It's not on super vinyl. It's not at 45 RPM. It's just a normal $40 record. I'm a fan. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. This is at 45 RPM. All new titles from Mobile Fidelity. We've got Linda Ronstadt's Prisoner in Disguise. This kind of continues a lot of the catalog that they reissued of hers almost 10 years ago. And The Stooges, self-titled, at 45 RPM. Another title that I already listened to and just great. I love this record so much. This record is absolutely phenomenal. Warren Zevon's Excitable Boy. This is all analog, cut from the original master tape by Chris Bellman, part of the Rhino Reserve series. Just a great record from front to back. Yeah, I remember watching. I used to live with my grandmother when I was real young, in the early '90s, mid '90s, and we used to watch the late night show, David Letterman, all the time, and Warren Zevon was on all the time. That's kind of where I was initially exposed to him, but for me, that's his best record. This is the Rocktober version of Fleetwood Mac's Tusk on transparent blue vinyl. Part of Rocktober. Duran Duran's Greatest Hits remastered on vinyl for the first time on white vinyl. From Rhino, part of the Rocktober series, we have Yes's 90125. Lacquer's cut from the original analog master tapes by Matt Luthans at the Mastering Lab. They did a ton of great titles this year for Rocktober, a ton of great analog cuts as well. The only drawback to this year's Rocktober is a lot of things got pushed back. So a lot of this stuff was actually supposed to come out a couple of weeks ago, but I think production delays pushed a lot of this stuff off. For Rocktober, we've got Yes, Big Generator on orange vinyl. Also for October, we've got the Stone Temple Pilots self-titled album. I think this was on, what color vinyl is this on? I thought it was on a pinkish purplish vinyl when I cracked one of those open earlier, but don't hold me to it. Bad Company's Rock and Roll Fantasy, the very best of Bad Company. Another Rocktober title, we've got the Faces, Early Steps. The first recordings. Made in London, 1969, previously unreleased from Olympic Studios. Also part of Rocktober, we've got the Stooges, Funhouse. This is the alternative version on black and white vinyl. The soundtrack to their new, what is it, on Netflix, I think? Their new Netflix documentary? Yeah, Netflix. Pressed on red vinyl, this is all of Devo's greatest hits. This is Devo, Energy Dome Frequencies. That's pretty solid track listing. One of the very first DVDs I ever owned was the concert of this album. It was the tour of this album, excuse me. Right when they came out with this album, they had a minor hit with Maria. Yeah, Maria. Had a minor hit with Maria and started touring it. There was a DVD of it. God, what was it? Might have just been called No Exit Live. Actually, a really good Blondie record. I'm a big Blondie fan, so I might not be the best person to get nonpartisan Blondie advice, but I'm a fan. This is on crystal clear vinyl, and then I think I have it on just standard black vinyl. But really good record. Being hunted down by a mosquito again. I know I'm just going to be his meal in a few minutes here. I'm trying to avoid it. But a lot of mosquitoes still. A lot of rain. We got a lot of rain with that hurricane that came up through Mexico, was it? A couple weeks back. The Thompson Twins, Industry and Seduction. The Thompson Twins collection on, I think this is one disc on blue or orange and one on seafoam green vinyl. Warren Zevon, My Rides Here from Friday Music. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. This is on magenta vinyl. So this is a color variation on magenta vinyl. We've got the Rolling Stones debut album on ice blue vinyl. This is in mono. To go with the box set, we have The Who's Who Are You? Let's see, half-speed mastered at Abbey Road. Mastered by John Astley, cut by Miles Showell. Looking forward to this. This was a little delayed. It was supposed to be out, I think, a week ago, but UPS decided to, maybe they were playing football with the box that they came in, so they were all trashed, but these are the replacements. The other Verve Vault title that I got was unbelievable. I'm really looking forward to giving this a listen to. Sunny Side Up, Dizzy Gillespie, Sonny Stitt, and Sonny Rollins on Verve. What a lineup, huh? All analog, cut from tape. Unlike the Verve by Request, the Verve Vault series. Very nice. All done by Ryan K. Smith. Bill Evans, Smile With Your Heart on Resonance Records. This is Bill Evans, the best of Resonance. I don't know how I feel about these Resonance greatest hits. They only have a couple of albums. I guess this is pulled from 4 albums. So we've got a greatest hits of, not a greatest hits, maybe just a compilation. Now it says the best of Bill Evans on Resonance. I feel like most of the people that have those titles don't need a greatest hits. You know, they probably already own the titles themselves. Resonance does a lot of Record Store Day titles, so if you've gotten them on Record Store Day, that's what those are culled from. Jethro Tull, Minstrel in the Gallery, 50th Anniversary Edition on marble vinyl, features the 2015 remix by Steve Wilson. Ian Anderson, Walk Into Light. Half-speed mastered on Madfish. For Rocktober, we have Ministry. The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste. This is the expanded version pressed on black vinyl, 2 LP set. Some more Ministry. Psalm 69, expanded. Rocktober. I think that mosquito just got me in the back of the head. A little disappointed about that. Mr. Bungle, Rocktober title on Orange Crush vinyl. Did a couple of Mr. Bungle titles. For Rocktober, we got Disco Volante on light blue vinyl. And then we've got California on ruby red vinyl. All 3 part of Rocktober. Jewel, Pieces of You. They got the hype sticker upside down on this one. 30th anniversary pressing on Sea Glass Smoke vinyl. Part of the RSD Essential series, which means you're really only getting these from authorized RSD stores. This is Morbid Angel, Gateways to Annihilation on purple merge, purple and blue merge vinyl. As you can see, most of the Rocktober titles all got pushed to this week. We've got Dream Theater, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence on clear vinyl. Did a lot of Dream Theaters for Rocktober this year. The 2003 double album, the band's returned to their heaviest sound, pressed on clear vinyl. Dream Theater, Train of Thought. Dream Theater, Octavarium, featuring the 24-minute title track pressed on clear vinyl. Dream Theater, Systematic on clear vinyl. King Crimson, Lizard, the Elemental Mixes. The new 2025 Elemental Mixes on 200-gram super heavyweight vinyl. Doing a reissue of the Depeche Mode catalog. Here is a couple more of them. We've got Depeche Mode's Some Great Reward Depeche Mode 101. And Depeche Mode's Exciter. Oh, there's another one in there. And also Playing the Angel. Saw them on tour when they were in town last, and I've been really wanting to see them again. I hope they do another tour here sooner than later. Playing the Angel. Come On to My House. Sparks. Fantastic record. Highly recommended. Pressed on caramel apple green vinyl. Great, great, great record. Their 70s output, Propaganda as well, are all fantastic records. On Maelstrom blue vinyl. Little Feat, the last record album. Lacquer's Cut by Bernie Grundman. 1975 classic album, recut from the original analog master tape. So we got an all analog, which has been kind of in keeping with what they've been doing lately. Bernie Grundman's been cutting some of their albums from tape. LP2 is previously unreleased outtakes, demos, and rare tracks from the vault. More than likely, that particular disc is not going to be analog, but the main disc is. 10 years after. This is the 2025 stereo mix by Charlie Russell. The Charlatans UK, We Are Love. Reissue from Immediate. We've got Duncan Brown, Give Me, Take You. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Freddie King is a Blues Mastered. Limited to 750 copies on translucent yellow-colored vinyl. This is number 425. We've got Bjork's Cornucopia Live. This is a big honking disc. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3 disc set for $56. Reasonable. Melanie Martinez, Crybaby. This is the 10th anniversary, a deluxe edition pressing featuring the 1LP pressing of Dollhouse, the Dollhouse EP, which goes for quite a bit of money. So this should be pretty popular based on just the ability to get that. I think it was an Urban Outfitters exclusive originally, and it was like $300. Let's see. Of Monsters and Men, All Is Love and Pain in the Mouse Parade. This is the olive vinyl indie record store exclusive. And then I have it on black vinyl. Galapega, Journey to the Ice Wall, excuse me. Limited edition, 180 gram vinyl mastered by Dave Polster at Well Made Music. Let's see, psychedelic ambient world music. This is a debut album featuring music from the upcoming film, and it's in a font I have no idea. Amoni Muno? Yeah, it's in that doom metal font. You can't make it out. Reba McEntire, The Hits. Career-spanning vinyl. From Can't Even Get the Blues to Turn on the Radio. Casey Musgraves, the anniversary edition on gold glitter vinyl of Pageant Material. Kind of a cool gold foil cover with an obi. Really well done. Outcast, Stankonia, 25th anniversary edition, 3LP gatefold, purple marble vinyl, new art, and a bonus insert. 25th anniversary edition. Tyler, the Creator. Charo Makapoya. Maka Charo Makamana Mickey Licky Hiney Ho. I don't know. All songs written, produced, and arranged by Tyler. Ooh, this is cool. This is a Zoetrope from Sugar Hill Records, the Sugar Hill Gang. So this is all Sugar Hill Gang tunes as a Zoetrope picture disc. Rapper's Delight, Apache, Eighth Wonder. Nice. Kick It Live from 9 to 5. If you're not familiar with the Zoetrope, you put it on the record player, you look at the record from your phone, and the disc itself like becomes animated. It looks like one of the animations is a guy back scratching a record. It's a novelty, but they're popular. People still buy them. Kid Cudi, Free. This is the indie vinyl exclusive. Clips, Let God Sort 'Em Out. This is the indie exclusive on black vinyl. Okay. Maybe the standard is a colored disc. Johnny Gimbel, Celebrating with Friends. This is the indie vinyl exclusive on Coke Bottle Clear Vinyl. Quadicia, Vanisher, Horizon Scraper on white vinyl. And still going with this week's new arrivals, let's go over to bin number 2 here, or row number 2. We've got music from the original motion picture soundtrack, Charlie's Angels, featuring Independent Woman Part 1 from Destiny's Child. 25th anniversary, first time on vinyl. Remember seeing that in the theaters. 10 Shots, Hamilton, the original Broadway cast recording on Cabinet Battle vinyl. I get asked about this all the time. Unfortunately, until now, it's only been out essentially as a box set. This is going to sell extremely well. I don't know if it'll sell well online, but it's a wildly popular soundtrack. Twilight, original motion picture soundtrack on Twilight limited edition Twilight vinyl. Twilight New Moon on Tiger's Eye vinyl. Twilight Eclipse on Black Ice color vinyl. Almost done. There's not a ton of stuff over here. We've got The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, original motion picture soundtrack, 4 LPs, 180 gram black vinyl. 4 LPs, like $60, reasonably priced. Crazy. It's like a day of like reasonably priced records. The Fantastic Four soundtrack, First Steps on Cosmic Translucent vinyl. Let's make a little more space. Couple more, then we're done. Pentatonics, Christmas in the City. Haven't gotten too many Christmas records yet, but they're starting to come in. Muse, this is Jimin from BTS and K-pop. Starting to get a little more popular on vinyl. It's really a CD format. K-pop is really a CD format, but it's starting to change. Billy Joel's The Stranger. This is a restock from Mobile Fidelity. I've had a difficult time keeping this in stock. It's been repressed a few times, but here it is at 45 RPM. The Billy Joel catalog stuff they did is fantastic. Restock of Buckingham Nicks. This is the pink vinyl version, analog cut by Chris Bellman. Restock of Ike Kubek's The Complete Blue Note Sessions. This is a Blue Note Tone Poet 3-disc set. And a restock for October, we got Porno for Pyros. Pyrotechnics on limited edition multicolored vinyl. That is it for this week's new arrivals. All this stuff can be purchased online at theingroove.com. Until next time.